Hello everyone, I hope you're doing really good, that you're healthy and joyful. I am here to do Leo December Tarot 2025. I'll be using Major Arcana, Rider-Waite Smith, Osho and Tarot. I'll go through the decans, first, second, and third with I Am Shadow and Light and Prism. The Love with Les Amours de Marlowe, and at the end, my last crush, Dancing in the Dark. It's an amazing tarot created by an Italian man, and it's beautiful. All right, let's do it, Leo. I hope you had a good fall. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot one more deck. Sorry, I'll be right back. There we go. I forgot one. Woman Oracle. All right. So, Leo, yeah, I'm back. I hope you had a good fall. It's sort of winter, very quick. So, here we go. Especially for December. So, yeah. So, Major Arcana and Rider-Waite. We'll check the energies. And the recent past and the next future. Yeah, okay. In English, Alexia. And then with Osho Zen, we'll check consciously and unconsciously what's going on with you. And with the Woman Oracle, we'll check the challenge of the month and the outcome. And of course, I'll do one clarification with my friend here, Osho Zen. I'm not sure if you speak French or understand French, Leo, but now with this platform, you don't even need to because everything is dubbed and there's subtitles, of course. But I do have a French channel. It's in the About section. You click, or you can click the link next to my picture on my channel. And it's not a copy and paste at all of this channel. So it is complimentary, it's free, and there's no commercial. All right, let's do it, Leo. December, Scorpio in the house. Oh boy. And water. So there's a lot of water on your chart. On your chart. In your chart, probably you have a lot of water, but here in your reading, tons of water also. Recent past, Ace of Cups. So, I think you tried really hard to be able to connect with people, with your little voice inside, everything that you can feel the feels. And it was almost a goal for you to have that Ace of Cups in the recent past and be like, okay, I want to start afresh and I want to make sure that, I can be really connected and care for people around me, listen to them, all that good jazz. Now, water is really powerful when water starts to get pissed. And there's a sort of like a catch-22 here because with the Death card, it's a little bit radical. You really want to leave the past in the past. What's said was said. What I've done was done. All that jazz. And especially in your family dynamic, family links, connections. Okay? And your goal in December is to really create this amazing compost that will be nourishing you versus, not nourishing you and not be cool, So, yeah. All right, consciously, well, you know that you need to go back to that little kid and really make sure that you're not putting pressure on yourself. You're not putting pressure on other people, all that jazz, to be actually consciously in the present moment. Kids are amazing. You learn so much from kids. If you observe them, if you listen to them, They are an amazing compost. They are the compost because they are teaching you how to be in life. And parents forget about that because they're parents. But people who don't have kids, like I do, I observe kids. I listen to them. I'm not a teacher or anything, but and I realize that they teach us so much. And when you don't have kids, you really pay attention, actually. That's quite the opposite of the parent who just does the parent. So here, consciously, you have to go back to that source to get energy, to be in the now, to be in full consciousness. Unconsciously, you also know that you're projecting. So you're projecting your fear, you're projecting your anger, you're projecting a bunch of stuff that you cannot deal with because you're not working on yourself, and you're projecting that on others. Or role can be reversed, of course, but this is not good. It's pretty unhealthy because you're not going anywhere doing that. You're like, oh, that feels good. Yeah, but it's your baggage, bro. It's not their baggage if roles are not reversed. You know what I mean? If it's you doing that, it's not healthy for you and others. So it's not good. All right, your challenge is to see beauty in the world. I think you forgot. That you create your own vibe. You create, you know what I mean? Like when you wake up in the morning, when you get up, you are the one creating your vibe. Now, let's say you're waking up, you're getting up, you take your phone, you look at the news, and the news, it's a disaster. They're doing it on purpose. They're media, bro. They're making it like, whoa, it's their job. You need to understand that. And here's the thing. If you nourish yourself with the news, with everything going on, and of course it's spectacular, it's media, then here we go. You're waking up already with that negative vibe. Instead of waking up, getting up slowly, connect with nature, have no noise, and drink your coffee or your tea or whatever, and you see the difference here? So you got to watch out for that. All right, near future, you have the Knight of Cups. Let's see why you have the Knight of Cups. Is this you wearing the Knight of Cups, or somebody else that is trying to convince you of something and charm you? Because you are starting afresh, Leo. I really feel it. Oh boy. Yep. Okay, there's two things here. It's either you wearing that Knight of Cups, and because you start afresh, you're like, woohoo, I have all the energy in the world. I have all the charm in the world. Now I can do whatever the F I want, And it's like, whoa, first of all, slow down. And it's not a Knight of Swords, okay? It's a Knight of Cups. So I think you are going to realize that you need to slow down. But like I said, when water wakes up too, it can be very virulent, okay? We know that. But here's the thing. You are going to realize, let's say you do that, okay? You are going to realize that you're wasting your time. You're wasting your energy. You are going to exhaust yourself. And you're fire sign. So you're just all over the place. And you still have some stuff to work on. It's all in your brain. Grudges, a bunch of stuff that is absolutely right there, and you're not doing crapola about it. You're not taking care of yourself. And so Osho is telling you, you need to take some space. You need to be alone for a few days, to go travel, take your car, play the tourist somewhere. But it's very clear here. And you need to reconnect with what's going on, because your challenge is you don't see the beauty in the world. There is beauty in the world, guys. It's not like you're just creating some sort of scenarios and like catastrophe and and the outcome, art therapy. That's the outcome. So maybe I'm talking to a Leo that used to be not an artist per se, but used to do things, create things. And I have the feeling here, Leo, that you really need to go back to it. Just saying. All right, let's do the decans. First, second, and third, I'm using Prism, and I am Shadow and Light. Yeah. And then we'll do the love section also in a few seconds. Yeah, it's weird how we can just stop doing something that we liked, and for some XYZ reason, or we found an excuse, or we were hoping so much regarding something, and then at the end, it's just like, well, you don't need to worry about that, but you need to create. You need to go back to it. I really feel it, Leo. All right, first decan. So Leo, just so you know, first, second, and third, if you're on the cusp, you have 6 messages instead of 3, but you all have dark cards. So it really means what it means is that you really gotta move your ass to do shit, okay? All right. First decan. Your new mantra, I stop whining, it pollutes the atmosphere. Being surrounded by the wrong people is like being in detention for the rest of your life. And trust. You don't trust yourself. You don't trust yourself. Therefore, you cannot trust others. And your entourage is not that great, apparently. So, and stop whining. It doesn't mean anything. You're complaining. So here we go. Negative. Right off the back. That's sort of what I was telling you when you wake up and when you get up. What do you nourish yourself with? It's that simple, really. Second decan. Stop judging and putting yourself down. It reinforces your negative self. Get lost once in a while. Get lost and come back fresh. And sadness. Okay. So, second decan, you're sad because you're nourishing yourself, judging yourself, comparing yourself. I think you're putting the bar really, really high, and do not compare what's not, what's not comparable. No, in English. Oh my God, I don't even know. But and here we go. We're again in that get lost and come back fresh. Do the tourist, go somewhere, but alone. And if you're married or in a relationship, you need to tell the other person. You need to communicate the need of being alone for 3 days. Let's say you're a couple, okay? You have 3 kids together, okay? You got to tell your spouse what's going on. And you tell them, you're like, okay, I want to negotiate with you. I'm going to do that for 3 days. I'm not even asking you because it's a need. I need to be alone or I'm going to lose it, and it's something that I really would like to start to do. And then you negotiate with your spouse and you tell her or tell him, and let's look at the calendar and let me know, which one, and I take care of the kids, I'll be here, there's no, and vice versa. And it's going to be amazing because you are going to have your space. You are going to cut off something for 3 days. And when you come back, you're going to be so refreshed by it, And maybe it's something that you can install in the long run, because your spouse might be like, oh my God, this is such a great idea. Why we haven't think about that? This is so ridiculous, you know? All right, third. And if your spouse having a problem with that, then there's a problem in the relationship. So you gotta look deeper. Third decan. Don't be in denial because you think it might save you. You are a billionaire of experiences. And yeah. Okay, so you are going to need to do a little bit of introspection. Isolate yourself to think about things, because you're in total denial here, third decan, regarding something in particular. And don't forget your experience, your life experience. You're a billionaire. You're a billionaire. We're all billionaires because we all had a life. We all had a life with great moments, bad moments, you know, and it's like, do not ignore that. And you're a billionaire, you know. So I think you need to do a little introspection to think about all those details. Crucial, Leo, in December. Okay, so I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna be like, but wait a minute, December, it's Christmas, it's this, it's that. Well, you do it in January, my dear, if you can't do it in December. There you go, we found a solution. You know. All right, the love. If you're in a relationship, Leo, if you are in a relationship, all right, so I think you're going to realize that there's a little bit of codependence. You guys maybe spend 24 hours together, I don't know, but there's something like that. Anywho, I think the fact, first of all, to talk about the thing going on, that you're too much together, is going to transform you, because I think it's not healthy, first of all, and you start to feel that it's not healthy. You know what I mean? Because maybe you don't have any hobbies, you don't have any activities outside of your relationship. I mean, you know, it's really super duper unhealthy, guys. But anyways, what you realize though is that you like simplicity. You don't need to go to Versailles or anything. No, you just want simplicity. So I think if you guys do things separately and things that you probably forgot. Maybe when you were a teenager, you were like, love fishing, or maybe you were like really good at athleticism or basketball or whatever, and all of a sudden you're like, you know what, I'm gonna join a club of basketball because that's the way I feel, you know. So you gotta think about that. Okay, maybe you guys work together and that's why you're all the time together. There's something like that, you know. All right, it's just single and happy, Leo. Single and happy. All right, so if you're single and happy, you are going to stay single and happy because you realize that I think you have a pattern of meeting the same people all the time. Same profile, same personality, or whatever. And I think it's your friends actually that sort of like tell you, they're like, bro, sister, what's up? You always attract the same people. And you're single and happy. I'm not, you know, but they sort of like tell you you're really, really good friend. You know, they're like, what's up? You always, you know, like da-da-da-da-da. And you're going to be like, oh, wow. Yeah, I think you're right. And you are going to take accountability. But I think you're going to stop for a little bit. You know, you're gonna stop to go on dates. You're gonna stop to go out, and December here for you, single and happy, is actually going to be creating some sort of beautiful momentum because you are going to connect with your family, with your siblings, you know. And it's December, so here we go. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. If you're looking for love, Leo. You're looking for love. Alors, if you're looking for love, well, oh boy, you are going to, first of all, to work on your needs, your want, and what makes you happy. What makes you grounded, what makes you happy. Then, you might be a little avoidant, meeting people and such. You're looking for love, but maybe you're not desperate. And especially in December, we spend a lot of time, you know, with friends and family and stuff for celebration. But you are going also realize that you also need to put a little water in your wine in certain situations, certain dialogues. And actually, it's going to help you. It's going to help you when you decide to go back in the dating scene and stuff like that. Because yes, you need to put a little water in your wine sometimes and put your ego on the side also, you know? So it's very, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's rewarding and it's nourishing. All right, I'm finishing with Dancing in the Dark, my crush tarot that I bought in Berkeley, California. Yeah. All right, I draw 3 cards or 2 cards? Oh boy, I can't remember. No, it's 2 cards and I look at the deck, back deck. But wait a minute, because I think in Aries, I actually made the mistake to draw 3 cards. Anyways, well, Leo, forgive me if I forgot. All right, let's do it. Here we go. Yeah, the Hierophant. And again, oh my God, this is amazing. Look at that. You have twice. The energy of December and it goes back. Yep. So it's a confirmation that you really need to leave the past in the past, all the energies and stuff. And you have the Hierophant. Look at that, how beautiful it is. And on the back of the deck, you have the King of Swords. There we go. You are going to be very, okay, this is very crystal clear, Leo. In December, you need to decide to be extremely clear with people. Speak, express yourself, the Hierophant. Make a point, the past in the past, Death card. King of Sword, make a point to be like, okay, this is what I need, this is what I want. And to yourself, but especially others. Because I have the feeling, Leo, and it's not the first time that I'm telling you that, I think people ask way to F too much from you, of you, or whatever. You know, right now I kind of like picture the grandparents and people, your kids are calling you, sorry, oh my God, calling you, but killing you also, calling you to babysit. And yeah. Okay, wow, Leo, this is amazing. I love your reading, actually. Don't forget, I'm not gone from my channel. There's a lot of videos. There's a lot of readings, timeless also. And like I was telling you, don't forget my French channel. And don't forget to leave a commentary also, because it really helps me to diffuse my channel on this platform. Thank you so much for your presence, Leo. And I'll see you soon on my channel. Ciao.